Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to Where's Waldo, aka Where's Wally for the British folks, Arabic Letters Edition, where we go through this particular passage here from Surah Al-Fath, which is the last verse, verse 29, page 515, shortest verse in the entire Quran that has every letter of the Arabic alphabet. Arabic is a language that we read from right to left, not left to right, like English, unlike English. And we read top to bottom, not only in sequence of the passage, but also in the sequence of the letters of the word. Sometimes you'll have letters that are stacked on top of each other. So you read the top letter first, bottom letter second. In this video, we are hunting for a very specific letter that lets us know a about the passage of time. And this letter, we look for it at high noon, essentially. And so the best way to identify this is that it's a clock and the dot is at 12. Simple, right? Now the question though is, what does this letter look like in the beginning, middle, and end? That's what we're going to cover here first. In the beginning, it is going to look like this with a dot on top. And in the middle, it's going to look like this with a dot on top. Boom. And in the end, it's going to look like this. It's going to look like the clock. There you go. It's going to look like the clock with the dot on top. And so that's essentially it. Now, there's some instances where, people with ADHD, they have an issue known as time blindness. And so what happens is you'll see this, but there's no dot. You might see a meme, right? With a noon, but there's no dot. And that's something that we need to be weary of. We need to be focused because we cannot let time slip away. We need to find high noon. Let's do this. Beginning right here. How many noons we got along the way? And boom, right here, we found our first noon. My big fat head is right in the way. There we go. We got noon. Any more noons? Any more noons? Oh, we've got another noon right there. Let's keep going. Any more noons? How do we know it's a noon? Well, the first thing to look for is a dot on top. But we also know that it could not have a dot, so we need to be wary of that. So the real note here is whether or not it's got a bowl, but sometimes it doesn't have a bowl, so you got to be focused. You got to look for it. You got to look at every single letter, and boom, we've got a dot on top. What else we've got here? Any more letters? Oh, we've got a noon with a dot on top, just like how it would appear in the beginning, how I mentioned earlier. Right there. There we go. Right there versus what we have here. Let's keep going. Any more noons? Noon and noon and noon. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that one right there. And let's keep going. Any more noons? Any more noons? Any more noons? Noon and noon and noon, noon. Oh, look at that. Now, this is a funky one. This one is different. We did not cover this one. And so, how does the noon appear sometimes in the beginning when it is stacked on top of something like, a jug, whether it's, so we got a jug or a gym, right? We talked about Jimmy John's right there, right? Boom. You got a dot on the inside. It's basically noon turned sideways, right? Or maybe the other way. If Jim falls over, it becomes a noon. And so sometimes what'll happen is that because the way that this is written, the top part, the head of it, is above the line. But what'll happen is you have noon. Where'd it go? So we've got this one right here. I'm covering it. There we go. So we've got noon right here. And then it connects to the gym. So boom, 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 boom. We got noon and gym. Boom. So this is also a variation of how it might appear in the beginning. So that's just something to be aware of. And so we've got our first instance of that. Now, similar to this instance of the noon, you'll notice how here the letter meme, aka Bavarian cream-filled donut, is stacked on top of the hollow jug. This is a bad idea because if you're gonna have a jelly cream-filled donut, you're gonna need to wash it down with something. So don't have a hollow jug next to it. Make sure it's a filled jug, like a like a gym, or make sure you go to the gym because you need to burn off those calories. So anyway, it's high noon. He decided to go to the gym, and let's keep going. Any more noons? Any more noons? I see no noon here. Time has flown by. Any more noons? Noons. I don't see any more noons here. Oh, there we go. We've got one more noon on this line. Let's keep going. Oh, we've got a noon right over here, right under my arm right there. We've got a noon. Any more noons? Oh, we've got a noon over here. I'm covering it. I'm covering it with my shadow. Anyway, you could probably see it on the overhead, right? I'm showing you right now. Okay, cool, great. So there you go. There's a noon, and keep going. Any more noons? Any more noons? Any more noons? So surprisingly, this passage has no noons with no dots in it. And I am scanning across past the prescribed passage for this series as to see if there are. Does the Uthmanic Mus'haf or the Medina Mus'haf have the noon without the dot? Guys, do you know? The question is, does the Uthmanic Mus'haf always has a dot, right? It's the other one, right? So actually let's open that up just now. Sometimes, like Mayasha, right? The question is, is there an index in this one? There is. And what number is Surah Al-Fath? Surah Al-Nur, Surah Al-Furqan, 26? No, that's Shu'ara. I don't know. What's the surah number? Come on, Sufyan, look alive. Ankabut, that's 29. So, 21. What? You're on 21 right now. Oh, 26. 26? Yeah. Surah Al-48. What are you? Surah Al-Shahar is on 19. 19. What surah number is it? Surah Al-48. Man, what kind of hafad are you? We've got half-baked hafad here. All right, here we go. So this here, what we're looking at, man, this whole mirroring thing is just throwing me off. What? Oh my God, you're 29. This here is the last verse of Surah Al-Fath. Half-baked hafad. Okay. All these have dots. Right, they do, yes. They all have dots, yeah? A noon without a dot. I must be confusing it for something. It goes with the King Fahd text. So what? I can swear I've seen like noons without the dot. Very rarely. It's not usually.
Oh yeah. In the mushafs that don't have the dots. There's mushafs that don't have any dots.
Right, but I've seen it.
No, it's in Muslims with dots. It's big. Only Supun on the name.
So we're gonna have to do a cut on this video because of the this tangent that we're going on. But I could swear to you that oh, you know what it is? You know what I'm confusing it with? I'm confusing it with not that it doesn't have a dot, but that it doesn't have any haraka on it whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? So
It doesn't have any haraka. Automatic sukun.
right, it's an automatic sukoon. So, but for whatever reason, but you know what it is? Maybe I'm confusing it with Urdu.
Okay. Urdu doesn't have it.
There are instances, from what I can recall, when you're reading Urdu, that the noon doesn't necessarily have a dot on it. What kind of daisies do we have in this club right here?
Coconut. That's the
Bunch of coconuts. I'm the only. I'm a Bob. I'm been off the boat. Okay. Uh, that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that little. Actually, I'll leave it to you. Are there any instances where, if you have been experienced with going through the Mus'haf, or any type of script of the Mus'haf, where you notice that you came across a noon, right? But the noon did not have a dot on it. Have you come across any instance like that? Apparently, all of these do. There are some instances where noon will not have any kind of accent on it, i.e., they won't have any lines or any kind of symbol. That is common, and we're not going to cover the context of what that means. However, I just wanted to leave it to you guys. Let me know where, if any, instance is there where the noon has no dot on it. I'll see you soon. Assalamu alaikum.